Hi there, so today I'm going to show you how you can use Lecter together with Odoo. Lecter is a very interesting static publishing system that is, it has a flat file database that allows you to use data models to build your website, your static website. Static websites, they have big advantages if you want to serve several millions of requests, and if you want to have low latencies for worldwide reach, if you want to publish in different continents with a very low cost, it's really great because you can use it to, for example, with something like CloudFront from AWS using S3 buckets, where you do the publishing of the website on S3, and it's going to be distributed through all the edge caches that Amazon has, and that is very inexpensive and allows you to serve with a big capacity uh, in a very inexpensive way. So sometimes I get people complaining that Odoo is not the fastest website, and after researching a bit about the subject, I noticed that any website, a system that you have using Python, using PHP, using Go, whatever language you use, at a certain point it will reach its capability limit, and then you have to scale. You can use different systems for achieving that scale, but all of them, they have a cost. It could be bigger or smaller, but usually I would say, depending on the business, of course, it always has some compensation. Um, but if you want to start small and be capable of scaling without costs, so publishing with a static system like Lecter is a great idea. So today I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, let's start from scratch. I have one here. CD and test. Okay, so first we do Lecter. To install Lecter, you just need to use this command you see here, or you can just use pip, or you can just download from using Git and then install in an editable way. There are lots of ways of doing this. So this one will be the easiest one. For starting, you just write Lecter, and so you see you have this option which is quick start, and you select quick start, and let's say gap 1. I had this one, so gap 1. Okay, now I can do it again. So gap 1, so author name and project path, and it asks if we want to have a basic block. Let's say yes. Now city, Odoo gap score 1, and now let's look what we have here. And yeah, you see we have these folders. We have models, content, assets, and we have a project file, Lecter project, and then we have the templates. So let's first run the server and see how it works. Lecter server. When you do this, it's going to publish at this port 5000, and that's the website we get. So this is the welcome page, this is another page, projects, about, and then this blog page has inside, you can have several blogs. Okay, you click one, that's the other. So a very interesting thing about this static publishing system is that you can just do admin and you'll see this. So if I just press edit here and let's write something, save the changes, there you see what we got here, the new line, and on the file system it's also going to write it. So if I do code, okay, you see this is the structure we get. So this, we got that new line. Okay, so if you notice, for example, for the about, we have content, title, about this website, then body, this is the website, and I can add new content here also. You can use markdown here, and as soon as I save, what's going to happen is that he's going to rebuild, and you can just go to the page, refresh, and the about, you have this new content. Interesting, right? Doesn't seem a lot, but it's very powerful indeed. So now let's suppose I want to have an SEO description and SEO. You know, you have those meta tags for SEO description. If you just open any blog, like our own server, Odoo gap, and then we open some blog page here. Odoo does that for you here. So let's inspect. Okay, we will have the OG. It says type, it's a website, title, site name, then URL and image, right? So let's suppose, let's just add these three here. We want to have this also on our system, and we don't. So you see the page source. I don't know if there's if there is already a plugin, because Lecter has a plugin system, a modular system. It's a modular system, but anyway, let's just use this to show you how it works. So we can go here into models and say let's edit the page, such as with a page, and what we need here on the templates of the page, this is the blocks we get. So now we want to have something like this, and the fields we need is, so type, it's going to be always a website, title and site name. This one will be dynamic, OG title. There's also an OG image, I believe, which will be important for us. OG image, yeah, this one. Okay, and OG image, let's remove this, not to be so long, and just going to do as a sample. Okay, so these ones, we want them to be dynamic. So what we are going to do is the following. So we need this information, title and image, right? So if we go to page init, we just define a new field. So let's call it OG title and OG image. You can look at documentation, SEO image. This is social media, social, it's for open social. Yeah, let's call it its real name, open social, and open social title. This will be strings. I don't know if you have a field for image, probably we do, but let's just start with this. So as you see, this is the definition of the data model. The body, it has a type markdown. This is the model name page, right? Then all these things. So let's close here. Now we want to turn this to, as you see here, you have block title. This is where the block title is placed, is here. So we want to have some kind of a block for not for the titles but for the header, of the page. So we just find the header here. We want to place them right here, right? So let's create a block called header, and we don't need anything here. Start and end of the block. And so now we can define that in the template. So here we just use the same logic. Block header. I'm not going to use this. And paste and paste. So this will be OG title and OG image. Okay, this way. Okay, now let's just save this, and let's do the following. Let's just stop and start. I don't know even if I need to do this, but right now I'll just go here into admin, and yes, click edit, and there's open social title. So let's say welcome to Odoo Gap website, and open social image, we just say Odoo Gap logo .png, something like that. Of course it would need to be available on that page. And right now if we just go into 127 and let's look at the source here, and yeah, there it is, you see. So of course this is not fully working. We need to have an image content type, and that's something to be honest, I haven't yet investigated, but I believe there's a possibility to add attachments, so there will be some kind of a field for attachments. We'll look into that. But the main thing is that you can already find some good examples if you go to the website and go here where it shows showcase. There are some themes available, and you see the pretty interesting websites built with this. This one, for example, the one you are seeing, and they are blazing fast, and they are easy to scale, and yeah, that's a big advantage. How to make it work with Odoo? So that's the interesting part, is that you can do something like I did here. So what I did was I created a host file just to simulate etc hosts. Okay, so I created a domain pointing to my local, which is lecter.local. Okay, and then on my Nginx sites enabled. Okay, I have my upstreams configuration here. I'll just show you to have a glimpse. So this is serving Odoo at 8069. I use it for other things, for testing. Lecter is published at 5000. Okay, and this for other testing I do. So right now what we need to do, yeah, let's just get the 04, and yeah, that's the configuration I used. So I'm publishing on port 80, server name lecter.local, and then this is basically the same as you use for Odoo, except for static. Yeah, this static route is reserved for Odoo. I leave it as it is. because right here we will use a different one, and here where I have the slash location, this is pointing to Lecter, and then I reserved to web, XMRPC and JSON-RPC, which are controllers that I intend to use, or I can just create other reservations for example, posting information that I need from web forms in the website, which is something very easy to accomplish using this. So if we just try to access this website here, so you see exactly the same, and now we should run an Odoo instance. Run Odoo 13. Now let's use this one. It's just a simple demo I have published on 8069. So we'll see Lecter local, so a welcome page, blog, projects, about. So all of these can have forms, can have JavaScript, whatever you want, and then you can, on the same domain, having the same domain will make things easier because you don't have cross origin scripting problems. And doing this web, you can get into Odoo just on the same domain. Okay, and well, that's all I wanted to show you. Our new website is going to be built with Lecter contact form. Basically, it's a blog, right? And the contact form will be posting the form to Odoo exactly on the same domain. Of course, those parts, they are not so used as the parts where the users are going to browse the welcome page, the blog page, the projects, everything, and that will make the site with a much faster feeling and with a low latency, and will be fast everywhere in the world. So that's what I wanted to share with you, and thank you for listening. Bye bye.